Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to part 10 of What If Naruto Was Trained to be a Mercenary. Get this one to 100 likes as usual. Remember to share to all of your friends on your social media platform, and also go ahead and check out my second channel. I posted a new episode of Uchiha Naruto this Sage, so go ahead and enjoy. And if you haven't yet, what are you waiting for? I know, new viewer, you see that red subscribe button. Yeah, I'm talking to you, new viewer. So go ahead and click it and join the Anime King family. And I will also be leaving a link at top of the description for you guys to go ahead and click on it and go over to my second channel and enjoy. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Start the intro.
You can change. You satisfy the rage in me. Take away my pain. You satisfy the rage in me.
So to do a little bit of a recap, Naruto leave the situation with Mai. He got another mission. As he was heading there, he stopped at a local ramen shop where he met up with Lee and Tenten. Because of his mask, they don't know who he is. The name Kitsune Flash has spread everywhere because that is his mercenary name, Kitsune Flash. Everyone know the name, but no one knew who is under it. So after Naruto and Lee did a small battle and Naruto put him in his place to show him who the Kitsune Flash really is. Well, his strength and his speed, not his face anyway. So, Lee and Tenten were also heading to the same place where Naruto's mission was set. So, all of them are going together, and we also found out that Lee and Tenten are together. So yeah, if you guys haven't yet, switch across to the playlist What If Naruto Was Trained to be a Mercenary and check it out for yourself. So let's start this new episode. We start this at the Leaf Village as Shizune entered Lady Tsunade's office. As Shizune sighed, once again her master leave all of the paperwork behind, and it is quickly overflowing. It was different than how it used to be. After years of Tsunade missing a certain blonde ninja, she was becoming more lazy than usual. She was constantly not showing up at meetings, and she was taking naps more often, and she was leaving all of the paperwork behind. It is like she has lost the will to continue to be the Hokage because Naruto is not in the village. It has been 5 years, and Tsunade missed the loudmouth brat, having him around, calling her granny and annoying her. She really missed him. Shizune then walked up to Tsunade. Lady Tsunade, the paperwork must be done. There is too much, more than usual. Shizune, I am well aware of that because my damn desk is full with it. This sucks. Why the hell did I even agree to become the Hokage? This Hokage position is worse than anything else in the world. All this damn paperwork, I am so tired of it. Tsunade, that is not the way to talk. Remember, as the Hokage, you're the one that is supposed to set a perfect example of how Konoha ninjas must behave and act. Shizune, that is pure crap. I have been Hokage for almost 6 years and I feel like going out of my mind. Or maybe I already lost my mind and I haven't realized it yet. Shizune looked at her master as she couldn't bear to see her like this anymore. Lady Tsunade, why don't you take the day off? It is obvious that you're stressed out. I cannot take the day off. I am the Hokage. Hokages do not take day off. They need to leave the village. It is my responsibility and my duty, she said. Lady Tsunade, I beg you, please take a break. Your current behavior is not leading you down a right path. And the council has been talking, and you keep up on not showing to the council meetings. If this keep up, they might take action and kick you from the position of Hokage. And who else would take my position? Asked Tsunade. Because I highly doubted that any of those council members can take the position of Hokage, and I am sure that Jiraiya will turn it down. So tell me, who else? Danzo, Shizune replied, as Lady Tsunade get a serious look on her face, knowing that Danzo has been pushing it to take the seat of Hokage for himself a long time ago. It doesn't matter, said Tsunade. If he became Hokage, Konoha will be the #1 enemy in all 5 nations. Corrupt and violence will take over. Danzo will try and use this village to take over the world and take more territory. And he is just like that snake bastard. Shizune sighed. You are not taking a day off, aren't you? She asked. No, I am not. I must fill out these damn paperworks, and I must fill them out quickly. Tsunade, Shizune said, as the room went quiet. I know you miss Naruto. Everyone does. Please don't lose yourself in the process. Tsunade growled after hearing his name. That little brat, after everything I have done for him. And he now has his decision that he will never return back to Konoha. I know that he has spent a living hell here during his childhood, but choosing not to return? As her face then turned sad, as Shizune saw a couple of tears fell from Tsunade's eyes. She was in the couple of people who missed Naruto a lot in this village. Tsunade dried her tears as she went to start the paperwork. Shizune, bring me some water for my sore throat. Yes, Lady Tsunade, Shizune said, as she went off to get the water. As Tsunade sighed, I can't believe you're not coming back, she said as she looked through the window. We now skip to the location, the village near the High Priest's palace, Demon Country territory. Lee and Tenten were walking through the village with the kitsune as everyone was partying and having fun. But when they put their eyes on the kitsune, it made the both of them think, were all the rumors they heard about him wrong? The villagers were treating Kitsune like he was a mighty hero who saved the world from utter destruction, when in truth, he has saved them from the demon Maru and his army. As Tenten and Lee saw the kids rush around Kitsune and started to cheer for him, as with his mask they couldn't see any reaction as they didn't know who he was. As the way he acted, as she saw how the people treated him, there was something just so familiar, but she couldn't put her mind on it. Kitsune, everyone in this village treats you like a hero, said Tenten. Well, I guess you can say that. I did help. Shin defeated a demon who wanted to conquer the world. Amazing! Kitsune is not just a worthy opponent, he is also a hero. The youth fire burned high in you, Kitsune, Lee said with excitement in his voice, as he gained a new respect for the masked mercenary. I do my part by taking any missions, from bodyguard to hunting missing names, as I do high rank mission for Konoha. I see, but you are the first mercenary Konoha has ever had, even if we have the envoy. So tell me, why did you choose to become a mercenary and not part of the envoy? Tenten said as she was curious and trying to find out more about the stranger Kitsune. Kitsune didn't like where this was going, but he decided to play it cool as long as he didn't reveal any specific information. The Hokage gave me this position because of my strength and abilities, and I will do my part to help the Leaf. I am sure that you must have gone through quite a lot of training to become this strong, because I saw you when you face off against Lee, and it is not so easy to defeat Lee, said Tenten. By now, Lee was staring at his girlfriend with a curious look, not knowing why she's asking the Kitsune so many questions, and he's wondering what she's getting at. Don't tell me that she's suspicious of his identity, as Naruto also thought that under the mask. As he looked at her, but the mask showed no emotions, so he just looked down at her. As he was sweating under the mask, she couldn't know, Naruto said. But before he could say anything, they arrived to their destination. As Kitsune completely ignored her question and went to the guard that was at the gate, Tenten didn't like the fact that he ignored her, but she will find out more later. "Welcome, Kitsune, it is so good to see you," said the guard at the gate, speaking kind. "It is good to be back, we're here to see Shin. Is she available?" Kitsune asked. "Yes, Shin is awaiting your arrival. Please follow me," the guard said as he opened the double door, as he let them in. As they all walked for a couple of seconds, as they reached into another room and the guard told them to have a seat, as Tenten looked around, she was expecting a place like this for a high priest. Everything in here looked really expensive. Another door opened as Naruto smiled. As a girl, she was 18 years old. She was wearing a blue robe with a golden line on it. The young woman smiled as she spotted her savior and her friend. It was the high priestess, Shin. She also took a notice of Tenten and Lee, so she had to keep the masked mercenary identity a secret because she knew who is under the mask when Naruto saved her a long time ago. "Hello and welcome again, Kitsune," she said with a smile on her face. As Naruto was smiling under his mask, "I am glad to be here. I am very happy that you have continued your kind and good way to be the best priestess you can be. Everything is thanks because of you, Kitsune. I will never forget it," she said with a wink, as Naruto smiled again under the mask. "I am always glad to help if you need it," Kitsune replied. "Anyway, ninjas of Konoha, I believe you came here to deliver the letter from Hokage," Shin said as she looked at Lee and Tenten. Lee then got up as he gave her a letter. "This is a letter from the Hokage asking to have Demon Country as one of Konoha's ally in both military structure and economy." Shin nodded as she took the letter and opened up and started to read it, while Kitsune was surprised that Tsunade will ask the Demon Country to be ally for Konoha. In a couple of minutes, she finished reading it as she handed it back to Lee and Lee returned to Tenten's side. "Since Konoha has helped me and my people from Moro, thanks to the Kitsune, I will accept to become allies with the Leaf Village. I will write a letter to the Hokage so we can have a meeting and talk about the alliance. Thank you for your help," Shin said as she nodded. "I would like if you two can stay in for the night. I will have your letter ready by then." "Thank you, we won't mind staying the night in your palace," said Tenten. "That is right, Tenten. You are tired from traveling. We might as well enjoy staying here," Lee said as he looked at his girlfriend. "Don't be rude, Lee." "Sorry, Tenten." Shin smiled as she looked at Kitsune. "Guard," said Shin as one guard came out. "Escort our guest to the guest rooms. I need to speak to Kitsune in private," said Shin. "Yes, Shin-sama," said the guard as he escorted the guests, Tenten and Lee, to their room. "I would like if you two will join us for dinner later," said Shin. "We will like that very much," said Tenten. "Please follow me," the guard said as they head off with the guard. As soon as they were gone, Naruto was caught off as Shin embraced him in a hug and held him tightly. He smiled under his mask and then he returned the hug. After a couple of seconds they breathed the hug as Shin was blushing heavily as she looked at the mask. "I miss you, Naruto." "Same here, I miss you, Shin," said Naruto. "How have you been?" Naruto asked. "Well, everything has been fine. The village has been in peace and tranquility since the defeat of Moro. And the best of all, I haven't had any bad visions." "I am glad to hear that, but remember, the future is made by oneself, not because of your vision," Naruto said with a smile under the mask. I know. I am thankful and I will always be grateful, Naruto. Everyone is gone. You can remove that mask. As Naruto slowly took off the fox mask to reveal his face. As Shin looked at him with so much affection, for a moment Naruto felt nervous, as it was the same look that Mai gave him. But he erased those thoughts out of his head, as he thought that Shin wasn't interested in him like that. She only liked him as a person. So Shin, any luck finding a boyfriend? He asked. She only sighed. It's been a little complicated with that, Naruto. What do you mean by that? I am sure that lots of guys will be interested in you, since that you saved the world and protected this village. Well, that was because of your help. But it's because of me. My life is already complicated, she said. Naruto sighed as he went closer to her. He pulled her closer and to make sure that he had eye contact with hers. Shin, you are lying to me. You can tell me, are you afraid that if you meet some guy you will have vision, and then you eventually see him die, and you don't want to live with that? I know you taught me to never believe in my vision, but sometimes I am afraid that if I find someone special, I am going to lose them. You will find someone special one day. Just do not keep relying on your visions. It doesn't have to turn out like that. You deserve to be happy. Thank you, Naruto. Your kind words made me feel better. I am glad. So anyways, let's get back to the mission. You want to fool me in on what I am going to guard, is it you? Shin blinked for a moment before realizing what he was talking about. Oh right, the mission. I almost forgot about it. What you're going to be doing is guarding something very valuable. Please follow me, she said. As Naruto put his mask on and followed behind Shin out of the double doors. As they were walking the corridor, Naruto took notice of the quick glances Shin has been giving him. He ignored for now. Maybe she wanted to ask him something. Then, the fear of she wanted to tie him to her bed and go all out of him was ringing in his head. As he sighed, I spent too much time with Jiraiya. My mind is really getting messed up. He then sighed again. He wasn't interested in having a relationship because of the great burden he carries. The fear of the power seal inside of him, going rampage and hurting his precious people. And then for him to have a girlfriend, as he remembered about Mai, and know that he really messed up with that. But it was all because of their safety. And if anyone get hurt because they're his girlfriend, he will never forgive about that or forget about it. Because that day, when he was at the same village and he overheard the conversation with the Kazekage and Jiraiya, Naruto knew that this demon inside of them, this fox, will hurt people close to him. For now he put that thought aside, because he didn't want to be the victim of pain. He has been through so much, especially what that pink-haired girl did to him. He finally gazed at the girl walking next to him, and he had to admit it, she was beautiful. Her skin was white, with her creamy eyes, her long blonde hair, and her body. As he then think about what Jiraiya wrote in his book, as he took a long look at her body, and it was a sight to behold. Even if she was wearing her priestess robes, hiding and covering, whoa, she was so hot. As he could tell that she was a perfect 10 in the chest department, as his eyes traveled down to her legs, as they looked so nice. As his gaze then arrived round to her backside, as her chest, it was a 10 out of 10. By now, Naruto was staring at Shin with a perverted glint in his eyes. A perverted side that created from training with Jiraiya for 5 years, as all he could think about now is ripping off that robe, as he felt like he was going to lose control. But he quickly snapped back to reality. What am I talking about? He said. Naruto then heard a chuckle in his head. You know you had that coming, kid. I don't want to talk to you, so leave me alone, Naruto said. You can't fool me. You're thinking about devouring that human right next to you. Why don't you take her tonight and make her your mate? First of all, Fox, shut up. Second, I won't do such a thing. I know how to control my hormones. And leave me the hell alone. Your denials amuse me and sicken me at the same time. You're having sexual stress. From back at that club where the old man Jiraiya brought you to. Since you were with that girl Mai, I know in your heart that you wanted to do something, but you chicken out like a little idiot. I'm not listening to you. Our conversation ends right now. Don't shut me down, human, the Kyuubi growled in anger as Naruto started to ignore him, as Naruto then cut the mind link. As he realized that Shin stopped walk, and she now had a concerned look on her face. Naruto, are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine, no big deal. I was just thinking of other missions I have to do. So you are in a hurry to leave here, is that it? Shin said, with a sound of hurt and disappointment in her voice. Naruto realized that he made a mistake as he walked up close to her. No, that's not it, Shin. I am not in a hurry to leave you. As she smiled, I am so happy, she said. Anyway, Naruto, we are here. They were now standing in front of a double door as Shin opened them and entered the room, as Naruto went in after her. Naruto looking there as he saw the room was full of different artifacts with paintings, jewelries, and everything in there looked really expensive. As Naruto quickly realized that this was a treasure vault, and he already knew what his mission was. This is quite a place you have here, Shin, as she nodded. This is where all valuable artifacts are stored. Each and every one of these items are given to a priestess from generation to generation. However, since it is a great collection, it must be kept sealed in a room. And you want me to guard this place from any thieves? Asked Naruto. Yes, recently we've been having problem with a thief that keeps on entering the palace. Don't you have the guards to guard the whole palace? Yes, but none of them was able to catch him, even though he sneaked in and they saw him, but he was so fast and skilled. I am afraid that he's out of their skill and none of them will be able to stop him. That is why I call you here, Kitsune Flash. Will you help me fix this problem? Shin asked, as she was also blushing at the same moment as she got close to him. Naruto didn't say a word, as under the mask, he was also blushing as well. Her hand was on his chest. Yeah, sure, I'll help you get the thief, Naruto said. That's wonderful, she said, as she gave him a big hug. As Naruto returned the hug. Thank you, Naruto. Now I can leave you so you can begin your guard duty. Don't forget that you have to come to dinner in a few hours. Don't worry, I won't forget. I won't miss food, Naruto said with a smile under the mask. She then walked out of sight. After she walked away, she entered a room with someone in a black cloak. You know what to do, she said. Make sure to keep him occupied until the preparations are complete. The figure nodded as he left, as she was by herself smiling. Just wait and see what I have in store for you tonight, Naruto, with a big smile on her face. In a local bar with Jiraiya and Tsunade, they were sitting and having a drink of sake. As Tsunade turned to Jiraiya, so, do you know how Naruto feel about Sakura? Jiraiya sighed as he rubbed his forehead. Tsunade, Naruto doesn't hate her, but he's not interested in her anymore. Meaning? She asked, sounding a little alarmed. He doesn't want to be with her. At the first, you knew how Naruto had strong feelings for her. But now, he doesn't even want to have her as a friend anymore. Jiraiya saw Tsunade's face turn into a painful expression. So he asked, "How is Sakura doing?" She chuckled. "What should I tell you about her? I will be lying if I tell you that she was fine and she was feeling alright. I can see it in our training, but she still push on and keep on making me train her to get stronger and stronger to improve her skills. But in her social life, she is heartbroken same way. She feel terrible about what she did to Naruto, and when she found out that Naruto had the Kyuubi inside of him, that made her feel even more worse. And she is so angry at herself, knowing that Naruto might never come back to the village." As Jiraiya sighed, he knew that Naruto made up his mind to never come back to the village, and he don't know what to tell Naruto or do to allow him to change his mind, because he made it up. Back at the Demon Palace guest room, Lee and Tenten returned to their room after having dinner with Shin and the Kitsune. When they were at dinner, Tenten was really curious to see how was the Kitsune going to eat, but he did something that shocked her. He removed the mouthpiece of his mask, only the mouthpiece, as his whiskers or nothing didn't show, not even his hair. She was so angry as she thought that he would remove the whole mask to eat. Tenten didn't want to share a room with Lee, even though he was her boyfriend. She knows that Lee is kind-hearted and will never try anything to take advantage of her, but she liked sleeping alone. But she still wanted to know who was the masked Kitsune. She didn't have anything against him because he was an ally of Konoha, but the way he eats and behaves, there was something so familiar about him. As she looked at Lee, he was doing push-ups. "Hey Lee." "Huh?" "Tenten, what is it?" he said as he continued to do his push-up. "About the masked Kitsune," she said, bringing Lee's attention to her as he stopped. "What do you think of him?" Tenten asked. "What do you mean?" he said. "What do you think of him? Do you think that we can trust him?" "Of course, he's reliable, and he's also a strong shinobi of Konoha. He just doesn't live at the village with us. But if he had grew up there, I think that we would have all become friends." "Yeah, it figures," said Tenten in her mind. She knew that Lee was too kind-hearted, or really thinking about anything, to watch the Kitsune and find out his true identity. He was only just interested in the battle and see how powerful the Kitsune really was. Lee then spoke. "Now that you mention it, his eating was very impressive. I have never seen anyone eat that much." "We do know someone who eat that much," she whispered while Lee barely heard it. "What's wrong, Tenten?" As she had a look on her face like something was wrong. "Tell me, what is wrong, Tenten?" he asked. "Lee, tell me, what do we know about Tsunade and what she said about Naruto?" Lee was surprised to hear the name of his dear friend. "Naruto? What do you mean?" he asked. "Well, Tsunade told us that Naruto left on a training trip for Jiraiya for 5 years. Yes, but we know that he's not planning to come back to Konoha," Lee said with a sigh, missing his friend. "Exactly. If Naruto doesn't return to the village, it is pretty clear that he will become a missing nin. So why is Tsunade not sending a hunter nin after him?" "What, Tenten? Do you want Naruto to get killed?" Lee said in shock. "Of course not. That is not what I'm talking about. If he become a missing nin, she should at least try and capture him and bring him back to the village." "I still don't understand what you're trying to say, Tenten. Could Kitsune be Naruto?" Lee was shocked. What? It can't be. No, it can't be, Lee said, as he was completely focused right now. Come on, Lee, think about it. Naruto leave the village to train with Jiraiya. And 4 years later, these rumors start about the Kitsune. And now another year has passed, and we finally met the guy. Where is Naruto? Why hasn't he come back to the village yet? What is going on? Said Tenten. If that is true, then Tsunade kept very secretive information from us, said Lee. I don't know, said Tenten. Maybe it was keep from us to keep his identity from the missing names, or maybe Naruto didn't want us to know. But why wouldn't he want us to know? And why don't he want to return back to the village? Tenten sighed. It's probably about Sakura. As Lee then sighed as well, as he remembered everything that happened 5 years ago. Well, how about it, said Lee. Let's go to the Kitsune and ask him if he's Naruto. If he is, he's obviously going to lie to us, because he do not want to reveal his identity. Lee nodded in disappointment. But you might be getting onto something, Tenten, said Lee. The way Kitsune talked to us, it is like he's talking to an old friend. As Tenten nodded, as she was very sure that Kitsune was Naruto. Okay, Lee, it's time to go to bed. I'll go change, Tenten said as she headed to the bathroom. As she turned and looked at Lee, no peeping. I would shut my eyes and pretend I'm blind. Tenten only giggled as she went to the bathroom. That is why she loved him so much. He is such an obedient boyfriend. At the artifacts room, a black shadowy figure entered the room where all of Shin's private artifacts was, as he slowly started to walk through the room, looking at every direction as he made sure that there was no one around. Suddenly, a puff appeared in the room, and a dozen Kitsune clones were created as they surrounded the thief, as he did not know which one of them was the real one. He then felt something hit him hard, as he felt another hit, as blows were coming from everywhere, as he was then grabbed by the collar, as he looked around to see the real Kitsune holding him. I caught you, thief, Kitsune said, as all of the shadow clones dispelled. You really came here, even though I was guarding this place, Kitsune said with a little chuckle. Naruto then took off the thief mask, revealing a young man in his early 20s, with brown hair and dark eyes. Please don't hurt me. I am not really a thief. As Naruto looked at him with a confused face, under the mask. You were here to steal from Shin Vault. Why are you telling me that you're not a thief? The man was scared. He needed to come clean and tell the truth about what is really going on. No, I am not a thief. I am one of Shin's servants. I am just following orders to pretend to be a thief, so I can keep you busy. What? The Kitsune grabbed onto his collar, pulling him closer. You take me for some kind of fool? Why should I believe you? You will need a lie better than that to save your ass, because I'm going to make you pay. The young man started to cry. I am telling the truth. Please don't hurt me. I was just following orders, please. I beg you, please don't hurt me. He dropped to his knees and started to beg. Come on, Kitsune said, as he was bringing the thief, the so-called servant, to Shin to find out what was really going on. Naruto reached the double doors that lead to the room. As he opened it, as he entered, he let go of the man's collar. As the man ran out, as the place looked so romantic with lots of candles, soft music was playing, and there was a wonderful scent that hit Naruto as he saw rose petals on the floor. Naruto looked around. What is going on? He said, as he then turned to leave immediately, thinking that Shin might be with someone. Naruto, don't go, he heard a voice. As Naruto turned and looked at Shin, he gulped. She was wearing a white sleeping gown, and it was see-through. Shin, I am very sorry for interrupting you. I should have knocked. I'll be on my way. It's alright, Naruto. You're just in time, she said as she walked by him and locked the door. But guys, I'm gonna be ending this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. And if you haven't yet, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and click that red subscribe button and join the Anime King family. But for now guys, I'm out. See ya. Peace.